half the bitches I f***ed in Vegas who were in for a convention or in for work or a workshop were married, were either married, had kids, or were in a cohabitating relationship.
You think I don't know that my own girlfriend has had sex with a lot of men?
Donovan will attempt to report this video and get it taken down, and it's bullshit.
And guys, and this is funny, when I lost my first of 2 YouTube channels, guys were telling me, go to BitChute, go to here, go to there.
So there you have it. That's Donovan Sharpe admitting that 2 prior YouTube channels were deleted by YouTube, terminated, banned, lost. Here is his current channel, over 110,000 subscribers, all these views. This is no less than the 3rd channel he's had. The prior 2 were terminated by YouTube. This one by him, and any YouTube employee can easily review this and find out that it was operated, run by Donovan Sharpe. It was all about him, just like his new channel. This one was banned for severe violations with hate speech. And this one was banned for severe violations with spam, deceptive practices, misleading content. Surprise, surprise, right, guys? So any YouTube employees watching this, put another notch on your belt and knock this channel out.
Become a stone cold player who gets same-night sex with hot girls on the regular with How to Master the Game. Links in the description.
People don't know that you're very good with women, and you were a player back in the day.
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks, oh, he has a great LTR. He teaches you how to build a woman from the ground up. He teaches you how to run LTR game. But a lot of people don't know that you actually slated out one of the hardest sexual marketplaces in the United States. I would put Vegas right up there with Miami.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about womanizing back then? Obviously, this was prior to IG and everything like that.
Yeah, man. I was sort of I came in on the back end of the classic, I guess I can say, old school pickup game PUAs. I was sort of These women come to Temptation Island for the same reason they go to Vegas, to get pounded out. Do not date or commit to women who travel for work. They will always cheat on you. Well, how do you know, Donovan? Because half the bitches I f***ed in Vegas who were in for a convention or in for work or a workshop were married, were either married, had kids, or were in a cohabitating relationship. That's how I know. I used to f*** traveling hoes all the time. Dude, these fucking bitches be at Caesar's Palace. Any fucking bar at Caesar's Palace between 2011 and 2015. 5:30 p.m. You can go pick up, dude, they all have fake tits. They're all power brokers. They all want to act hard. Dude, they will suck the black off your dick. Some of the best sex I've ever had are traveling wives and mothers, guys. They always cheat. Every woman, and I mean every single woman, with the exception of the one who almost had them, every woman I have ever fucked who ever had abs, like visible abs, all over the age of 40. All of them. Dude, these MILFs out here, these MILFs, they come to Vegas. I don't know what they do. And dude, I think one actually had a tummy tuck. She told me afterwards she had a tummy tuck. I was like, really? I don't see any scars. Dude, she pulled down her panties. She had and you could barely see it. It was like you could barely see it. I was like, wow, I didn't even notice that. I mean, how could I notice that scar with these big fucking teacup tits bouncing me in the face and me plowing you 6 ways from Sunday? But every woman I have ever fucked who have had visible abs all over the age of 40. I'm sure there are plenty of them. I've never banged a 20-something with abs before, ever. Older females are generally tired of assholes. Older women are tired of players. They've been there, done that. Most American women over the age of 40 years old don't come close to passing the boner test. Guys, listen, all of the years of drinking, partying, overeating, riding the cock carousel, all of that eventually takes its toll. All right? Now, the girl that I dated before that I was telling you guys about, Marsha, she had an awesome body, to be sure. There's no doubt about it. But even that didn't push her or any of the other cougars I messed with past a 7. I've never dated a cougar who was a 10. Never dated a cougar who was a 9. Never dated a cougar who was an 8. They were all mid to low 7s. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. There are plenty of great post-wall looking women, but they are the outliers. This doesn't mean that there aren't 43, 44, 45, and 47-year-old women out there that aren't sexually appealing. Again, like I said, they are out there. Women with wedding rings who are showing cleavage are easy targets. They are easy marks. Guys, I have fucked countless wives.
I was 32. She was 42. Now, for me, this was the first time I had ever dated or gamed or fucked any woman in her 40s. Now, even though she was in great shape and she provided me with, I guess we can call it good, maybe above average sex, this woman was markedly different from what I expected her to be. Now, during my escapade with, we'll call her Marcia, I learned a lot about what good-looking older women are really like.
And by the way, it's not easy to have success with women. It never was. I make it look easy, okay? But it's almost like sluts see players, and they think that we just wake up out of bed and we start slaying, right? They think getting laid for guys is as easy as it is for them. This is why they hate players. No, they hate players because we don't pay anything to f*** you in the ass. Gentlemen, as far as falling in love with sluts, yes, yours truly, Donovan Sharpe, I have violated this rule many times before. At least a half a dozen times. I'll give you a few examples. I fell in love with I fell in love with the first stripper I ever dated. Okay? First stripper I ever dated. I thought I was completely, oh my god, this red pill shit works. Girl has a perfect body. This girl was a fucking dream. Cheated on me with 3 bouncers from another strip club. Fucking crushed me. Was terrible. I fell in love with a casino cocktail waitress, and she cheated on me with the pit boss and a blackjack dealer at that same casino. It sucked, man. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Don't fall in love with sluts. Gentlemen, they always cheat. It's what they do. It's what they do.
Tatiana, she actually told me she wanted a copy of me. We talked about it all the time. She said, Donovan, I want a little copy of you. Dude, she used to send me pictures of mixed babies all the time. These beautiful mixed babies. We used to come up with names for them. We talk about where our kids would go to school, like guys. And dude, this is, goddamn, 6 years into the red pill. I am hardcore Donovan Sharpe, and I am talking about having children with this woman.
This is funny. I actually started raw dogging one slut. Now, here's the thing. Well, how do you know she didn't get pregnant? This is one of the bitches I actually made get on birth control. I went to the doctor, watched him stick her with the depot shot. Surprise, 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 guys. She cheated on me, and I was hurt. And here's another thing. And when she cheated on me, do you think she made the guy wear a condom? No, she's on birth control. Why would she? Never, ever, ever raw dog a slut. Under any circumstances. I'm here to tell you, don't do it. And I'm very, very fortunate not to have any kids that I know of.
Dude, I remember I banged this one girl. I think her name was either Geneva or Genevieve. I can't remember. I think it was probably Genevieve. And I remember our first date. She's like, "Hey, do you mind if I bring like a little drinky drink into the theater?" She bought a little flask, a little miniature bottle of vodka. I was like, "Yeah, sure." At that very moment, I said, "Okay, this girl has a drinking problem. If she can't go to the fucking movies and not drink, then she obviously drinks all the time." And of course, it turned out that she literally drank all day. All day this girl would drink. She drank like a fucking fish.
I had 30 Genevieves in my phone when I was in Vegas at one time, right? And I'm talking girls who are 6s, 5s, 6s, maybe the occasional 7. Not very pretty. Great body. And everybody has a great body in Vegas. They've all had tummy tucks and boob jobs. So, hey, listen, even though they're a wreck up from the neck up, that means you can't beat them up from the street up, right? I had 3 dozen Genevieves in my phone. All right, I'm in a slump. Or I just cheated on my girlfriend and she caught me. Now she's not going to call me for a week. Let's go to Genevieve number 5. Boop. Oh, yep, she's down. Come over, suck my dick, get the f*** out. I go to sleep. Rinse and repeat.
Hoe tendency number 2. She has condoms. She keeps condoms at her place or in her car. In other words, they're readily accessible to her. A girl I used to when I was in Vegas a while back, she used to keep condoms in her car all the time.
So anyway, there was this girl at my place. Her name was Alicia. She was at my place. I guess she was a friend of a friend of a friend. I f***ed her 2 weeks later, right? So we're laying in bed after I f***ed her for the very first time. She says, "I've never had a guy be so rough with me. It's the first time I try it. I've tried it and I love it." Come to find out, one of my homeboys smashed her too. She said the same thing to him.
I mean, this chick was damaged beyond repair in every way, shape, or form. I loved f***ing that chick, and I can guarantee you her notch count was probably pushing quadruple figures.
One of my physical passwords used to be blonde with big fake tits, which is why I kept making strippers my girlfriends. And yes, every single one of them cheated on me. I dated 6 strippers. They all fucking cheated.
I have dated and fucked multiple strippers. I know several bouncers and DJs at several strip clubs in Vegas. I've had drinks with strip club owners on more than one occasion. Dude, I've done more blow with fucking strippers than I can't think of an analogy, but yes. This is what happens. When you walk back there, it's supposed to be quiet, okay? But it ain't. Listen, you guys here, listen, when you go back there, you straight up hear balls slapping ass fucking. You hear dudes moaning and groaning, getting blowjobs. You hear the girls screaming and faking orgasms. That's where the real money is made. And I'm almost certain that's not just in Vegas. Kevin Samuel says, yes, it is. Devon slept with a lot of guys, gentlemen. Devon has a high body count. You think I don't know that my own girlfriend has had sex with a lot of men? You think that I think I found some special snowflake who declined partying through her 20s, even though she has a great body? Give me a break, guys. I am well aware that Devon's notch count is a lot higher than she will ever admit.
And Dev was born with great genetics. She really was. She was in gymnastics. She was in gymnastics when she was a teenager. But she says, well, you know, I built a strong base. That's why I look good now. I was like, no, sweetie, like you were blessed genetically. Like, let's not pretend that the reason you have your body now is just because you worked hard, 30 some odd years ago. No, not going to happen. She was in gymnastics when she was a teenager. Like, you were blessed genetically. Like, let's not pretend that the reason you have your body now is just because you worked hard, 30 some odd years ago. No, she was in gymnastics when she was a teenager. Like, you were blessed genetically. Like, let's not pretend that the reason you have your body now is just because you worked hard, 30 some odd years ago. She was in gymnastics when she was a teenager. Like, you were blessed genetically. Like, let's not pretend that the reason you have your body now is just because you worked hard, 30 some odd years ago.
There are a lot of guys who have just thrown their hands up and said, you know what? I'm not dealing with women anymore. It's not worth it. It's too risky. It's too much trouble. You're getting no argument from me. You're getting no argument from me. I have recently, not really recently, I would say as recently as about maybe a year or so ago, I really started to understand what a crap show the dating market is and how hard it is for just even above average guys to get action with women on a consistent basis. Used to be hard on those guys. I am not anymore. I was in the wrong. I've been out of the game for 5 years. I clearly have no idea what men are going through out here in these streets. It's not easy to have success with women. It never was. I make it look easy, okay? But it's almost like sluts see players, and they think that we just wake up out of bed and we start slaying.